Hello everybody, welcome back to Speletons. I guess I could have done it a little bit better. Alright, well I've been holding the story. It's time for me to talk about the worst thing on the planet. Something literally spawned from hell itself. Derek, today, talk about retail moms.
I knew it was going to be a mom thing.
Yeah,
I was going to say something about moms.
It had to be.
That was the only thing it could be.
It's the only thing it could be. I had like a horrible day yesterday at work, and it was because of this birthday party, right? Alright, so we do like laser tag. We do laser tag birthdays. Can't reserve the whole arena for just yourself, though. You reserve, for whoever's going in the party, but it's not just you. That's just how we do things here. I think it's literally how every laser tag place operates, too. Supposedly, this was not made apparent to the people, the birthday parents that we had at the time that I reached, my work, or whatever. So, I just told them, I'm very polite, like, I'm sorry whoever told you that. Unfortunately, that's just not how we do stuff here. It's for the people that have signed up for the game. Nothing we can do. I gave him like 2 free passes to laser tag for next time, because that was what I was suggested to do from my supervisor. I asked her first before I went and talked with them what I should say and what I should do. And bam, and then they're like, well, is there anything we can do? I'm like, not really. But they wanted to push their game back to the next game, which is a 6:15 game. They were at the 5:15. I'm like, we can, but there's, no guarantees that, you'll get, they'll be reserved, whatever. And then I had the birthday host just say the exact same thing, and whatever, I thought it was, well understood. Apparently it wasn't well understood, so they're like, okay, I was gonna be reserved. I'm like, I already told you, it's not how we do things here. There isn't really any way to do that. I basically, to this day, I kept getting called back and forth, like, every 2 seconds, I was being, called everywhere. It was so bad, I had to call my other manager, ask him to come in, and it wasn't that I couldn't handle it all, it was that, I just couldn't be everywhere, and half the reason was just this one set of birthday parents. They were just so fucking insane. I can't even begin to describe, alright, anyhow, let me just continue on with them. So I'm bouncing back between them, calling me every 5 minutes, and all the other things I had to do, from being called for various things. Too many various different things that happened for me to effectively tell you what happened, but whatever. It's getting close to 6:15. 2 more people signed up because they don't have it reserved, and then they come to the arcade counter and throw another fit, and I'm just like, okay. So I call my manager, and it's about the time I ask him to come on in, because I just there's just too much happening, and I just can't be everywhere at once. And then I called my kitchen manager that's on duty to come talk with them. And he's like, okay. He comes over and handles it. He reserves the entire game for them, and he handles the other 2 before, and tells me what to do and what to give them, and they're more accepting. They get like a free game of laser tag, basically. We give them the money back that they spent for laser tag, and then they just get pushed to the next session, and then we just reserve that entire session for them. So they go in, they have their entire session to themselves at 6:15. And now, I literally thought this was the end. This is the end of the story. There's nothing else. Apologies that I have no idea where I'm going, by the way, in this game. I really thought I would, but I guess I don't.
Nice.
I'll see. I'm bound to find it eventually. I just keep looking. Maybe I have to be in the night version. Either or. Anyhow, my manager is on his way. But it's side down at this point, so I text him like, hey, I know I called you, and sorry, but honestly, it's calmed down now, and the birthday party's all handled. So like, I don't. If you want to come, that's fine. I have like breaks I need to do for some people here for doubles that we haven't gotten to do yet. But if you really can't be in, you know, I think I'll be all set. It's died down. And he was like, seriously? But he was just like, yeah, my head's pounding, so, you know, I just won't come in. I'm like, fine. Great. And then the birthday party complains again while the kids are in the laser tag. They're like, I don't really, you know, they don't want to pay the full price for their birthday party. Because,
Naturally, yeah.
yeah.
That's how people are sometimes.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the full price for the birthday party because, all the BS. Get my manager again. I don't even try talking to them at this point. I just get my manager again. My kitchen manager, not the other one. And he comes to talk to them, like, and he handles it. And I believe he knocks off like $50 off their price or whatever. And I get a radio message from my hostess, from the birthday hostess, and she's like, so I guess they just don't want to pay, like at all. Like, okay. I should know at some point. I don't remember when this was. This was before they complained about like the price. I stopped by and gave him an additional 2 free passes to laser tag time. Even though there was no miscommunication on my part, it was just like to apologize for the miscommunication on my part. I just went and said that because like fucking whatever. You know, kiss their asses. So I gave him 4 free laser tag passes, and then they complained for the price. And then now after my kitchen manager has knocked that down, they start to complain about then they don't want to pay. They just don't want to pay at all. Which is you know, fantastic. Oh, I think I remember where it is. They don't want to pay at all. I'm like, okay, great. And I go fetch my kitchen manager again. And I got him, and you know, we're looking to come talk with them. And we can't find them. And we deduced that they just kind of fucking split. So whatever. They're gone. We have no idea where they are. And he's like, wow, guess we'll just have to report this as like theft. I'm like, okay, fine with me. And then whatever. I really gotta poop. That's where my mind is at right now. Also, nice. I cannot find this fruit thing. So you know what? I'll come back to where the story is after I poop and after I figure out where the fuck these fruit guys are. Because it's been 8 minutes and I've done nothing. Nothing. It's just been the story. So pause, guys. Alright, guys, we're back. So anyhow, where have I continue off? So they don't want to pay. We believe they split. Alright, hey, I did everything I need to do. Clean up, besides, you know, they just left. Can I leave? I'm like, yeah, just head on out. So I'll let them head on out. Or I'll let her head on out, whatever. And then, you know, as she's clocked out and she's leaving. And I'm at Mini, whatever reason. And, I see her birthday party just, fucking, walking on by. They're just walking to the exit. And then she comes out and she's right behind them, and then she just gives me this look of like, what the fuck? Obviously at this point, she's basically she got sent home, no longer a problem. So she just kind of keeps going, which is fine. What am I thinking of here? So motherfuckers are going for the radio. So our radio is my kitchen manager. I'm like, hey, I see them. They're walking out. We're literally watching them walk out right now. And he's like, okay, I'll come talk to them. And the thing that fucks me up the most is the dad walks by me and he's like, hey, have a wonderful night or day, whatever, take care. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he actually, like, he literally just comes up to me and he's just like, he's like,
they know what they're doing. You're like, he's like, have a wonderful night, and you're like, fuck you too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these people, alright, so, these people are the most bold-faced fucking liars I've ever seen. They're awful. But one of the funniest things they kept saying in this interaction was, we don't, you know, I wouldn't make a scene, and I was literally thinking, as they did this, I'm like, they literally always make a scene, no matter where they go, and I have complete faith in that they literally always do that. The mom kept saying that to me, but like I knew that they've done this before, and they always do this.
They're scene makers.
Yeah, they like to do that. Whatever. Literally like what is it? When I went to my kitchen manager, he's like, they want us, they you know. They want us to knock more off the price? Like, yeah. I'm like, I told him, like, I gave him, like, 4 free passes to laser tag. I gave him all this stuff. Oops. Hold on, I don't think I fucked it up yet. Awesome! I saved that. What fucking else was relevant to this? But yeah, they literally just left without paying. Like, they just did not fucking care. They were just such shitty people, dude. Like, they were the most unreasonable people I've ever met in my entire life.
Do you guys not take a credit card for reservations?
I think we just make them pay a deposit and we make them pay afterwards. Okay, thanks, phone. Which I guess is how this ended up happening. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain what the process is after that. Yeah. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be
so
enough.
Like, at my at the golf course I work at, it's something I think it's only happened 2 or 3 times. I think I've witnessed every single instance of it. With the when people book with like tee times far in advance at our course, or if they book for like a large group on like a busy day, like on like a Saturday or something like that, we take down get their full name, we get their phone number, their email, and a credit card number, and like everything, like credit card info.
I'm pretty certain we have that stuff. Like, we have their name, number, and probably address, I bet you. So, you know, I honestly don't think them walking out is gonna work out in their favor. I think, which is good. Yeah. I honestly don't want it to. I'm gonna be real with you with those people. Because I was interacting with them all day and being absolutely nice to them. I think whoever they talked to told them that they couldn't reserve the laser tag thing, and they were, you know, they decided they were gonna make a scene when they got here. I'm pretty certain, and they kept throwing out excuses like, oh, I'm afraid for their safety and whatnot. I'm like, well, they're in there with a ref that will watch them and make sure they're completely safe. I don't know, man. They were some fucked up people, dude. They were messed up in the head. Like, that's all I can really say about it.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's just,
well, I mean, what they're doing
I'm
is
spooked
that
I might get yelled at, but at the same time, there's just, I don't know what else I could have done. I did everything I could think of to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you're not in like if you're not like if it's not exactly your decision to make with stuff like that, can be a tough call. Like, I know I get a lot of people who come to me are like, hey, like, I know, like, you guys, I didn't see like a group rate or anything like that. Can we get like a group rate because we have a bunch of people? And I'm like, well, that's not really my call to make. I can't do that. I can talk to my boss and let him figure it out, but that's not something I can do. And also, usually people asking for stuff like that are just trying to like nickel and dime, or they don't want to pay the full rate.
Yeah. I have people asking about group stuff, but that I know the answer to. It's just like, oh, you just need a minimum 15 people. I mean, I don't know how to do it, but
a rate for that. We don't have like a group rate or anything, which we probably should, but we don't.
Jesus Christ, those cost so much. Just give me 5.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I remember last year I witnessed a point where there was a guy who he'd booked for a busy Saturday at like prime time. For 40 people. Now it'd be $59 a head. It's about like $2.5 grand. I think. I don't remember. I think that's about what it was. And day of, none of them show up. And
nice.
my boss tried to call him. He didn't, to like see if he was like coming, if that group was coming at all. They didn't answer. So my boss quickly, immediately after like he like left a message, and then like afterwards he like immediately like charged his card, because that's why we hold the spots, because if it's like if they weren't planning on coming, if they called and canceled, then we would have easily been able to sell those spots.
Yeah.
And we still sold some of them day of too, just because like people showed up and were like, hey, can we get out? And we're like, well, thanks to these people who didn't show up, yes you can.
Nice. We hold a deposit. That's all I know. Okay, that should be enough prize postcards. Well, it's not enough, but we'll see how lucky I get. This is all luck based. I got it on Peerts before. Oh, I gotta mail it.
And then what happened on that afterwards was the guy tried to dispute the charge. My boss wanted to charge him before he had a chance to cancel the card after seeing the phone call. We had to my boss had to go through like a whole like credit card dispute, or like a whole dispute with the credit card company to try to get the money, and we ended up getting it.
Yeah.
Which is good for us, because like that guy, he should have called. Like that's just like that's what policies are. That's how golf courses work.
Yeah.
If he's gonna book there, you shouldn't just like book for a ton of spots and then just not show up.
I don't know, man.
And that's why we take the card.
Retail moms, they're fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like they're the worst kinds of people in the world. Like guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me buy as much tents as I can only hold 19 more. Fine, buy 19 more tents.
That being said, after like all of the disputes and whatnot, my boss did at least do a nice thing that he didn't have to do. He gave the guy but I think it also kind of like rubbed salt in the wound a little too, which is kind of nice. He gave the guy a gift certificate for all of the money that he spent.
Nice. Yeah. That's not bad.
Well, the guy. So I had to deal with the guy, or a phone call from the guy like a week ago. That guy was trying to book, or he booked again with us. My boss made sure that he put him at not a prime time spot. And the guy called and he was like trying to. I could tell he talked to me. He was asking about group rates, because we charged him like the full rate too for all stuff. At no point when he called did he mention anything to me about like the whole ordeal of having the gift certificate or anything like that. He called and they already had the reservation. He wanted to try to add like 20 more people onto it, to which I told him like I was like, yeah, I can add 20 more people onto like the reservation, but like and I told him what the rate was, and he was like, can't you do like a group rate or something like that? Like someone else told me you could do like a cheaper price, and I was like, I don't know who told you that, but like I this is what the rate is, and like I can't do anything about that, and that's what it's going to be. If you want, I can try to like tell I can like tell my boss to give you a call and see if he can work something out with him. And he was like, yeah, I'd like if you do that. And he goes, because like, if it's gonna be like that much, it's gonna be the same price at like one of the other courses that's near where we are. And he's like, that course is a nicer course, like we may as well play there. at the time I didn't realize it was the same guy, but after like I told my boss, he was like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy we charged last year." I was like, that fucko.
Yeah.
He tried to get a lower rate out of me, uh, by threatening to go to another course.
Yeah.
But that gift certificate's not going to do him any good there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. I don't know. Those people, like, they came in wanting to start a shitstorm. That's it. And they caused it. They
Yeah.
Not only me. I should know. I was acting as like a supervisor, but I'm not a supervisor. I can't really explain it. But they ruined it. They made it hell for everyone, including probably themselves. I don't even feel too bad if they had a bad time if they did, because it's their fault, you know.
Well, they didn't pay that a good time.
They didn't pay at all.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't pay at all. I don't know. I feel for retail people. I had an experience at Wendy's the other day. This actually is just where they pissed me off. And it made me not want to go. But whatever. I was going for the drive-through. And I ordered a junior cheeseburger, 10-piece chicken nugget. And you know, they don't tell. This is in the last 3 times I went, including today. I went tonight. I didn't get a. They never tell me the price when I fucking when I go, and I'm like, it's so weird. That they don't tell me the price.
Yeah.
But whatever. I knew the price. I asked the time before, so I knew what I was getting was $5.07. So which is fine. Anyhow, I get my food. I open the bag. There's 2 sandwiches in there. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. They accidentally rung me out for 2 junior cheeseburgers and a 10-piece chicken nugget. Not what I wanted, but I don't fucking care. It's 666 for that. That's right, the devil's number. I have that one memorized too. And I was like, whatever, I'll just eat it. But then I look in the bag more, and then there's 4 sandwiches in the bag. Now, I wouldn't normally eat fucking 4 sandwiches, and I don't have anything to do with the rest of those sandwiches, so I just wait. I'm like, hey, this isn't what I get. And a lady comes and like yells at me and says I ordered 2 junior deluxes, 2 crispy chicken sandwiches, and a 10-piece chicken nugget. And now, if it was a quantity issue, well, it was a quantity issue. No, I'm not really mad. It's like whatever, and I've gotten charged for this already, but I'm not particularly worried. You know, they just fix it and it's all fine. Although I don't know where the fuck she got the chicken sandwiches from. Like, she's Spanish, so I think there was a little bit of a language barrier. But you know, like, it's whatever. It's just like I don't know where she got the chicken sandwiches from. I really don't. If she like 4 junior cheeseburgers, I've been like, all right, whatever. But anyhow, so I'm just like, no, I just got 2 junior cheeseburgers and a 10-piece chicken nugget. They actually rung me out for a 6-piece chicken nugget. So she grabs my bag, she gives me a 10-piece chicken nugget and 2 burgers or whatever. I said I could have 1 or 2. Doesn't matter. Which is fine. But you know, I want my money back for the extra money I spent. I'm on a budget. It's not like the extra. I think it ended up being like $9.20. There it is. I might as well use the rest of these. But it's not. It was like an extra like $3. It's not like that matters too much to me. But I'm on a budget. A daily budget, so I don't spend too much. I just bought a new car. Not at that time though. But you know, I was planning on buying a new car. So I keep myself on a budget, and I'm like, all right, I just want my $3 back. And then she's like, oh, that's the same price as the thing you paid. I didn't that was the part that really got me. That was the only part that pissed me off of that exchange. I mean, they could have also told me what my price was, or you know what the total was, which would have stopped me before I handed them the card. But whatever to that. I just hate that she looked at me and lied to me and said, "Hey, it is the same price." It's not fucking the same price. I go there all the time. And then they ended up giving me the wrong burgers or whatever. Which, so I just threw them out, and I just had a 10-piece chicken nugget, which I spent, the guy gave me some sort of change in cash, which went into, like, my glove department, never to be seen again, pretty much. So basically I spent $10 on 10-piece chicken nuggets, but they didn't give me my money back, so, you know, just not the preferred way. The only thing I didn't like, though, is that when I told him, like, no, it's not, she was bitching at me the entire time. It felt like I was handling a bitchy customer, you know? Well, I try to be understanding. I don't fucking care if she messed up my order. Just, you know, fix it.
It's like their job to fix it.
Yeah, and it might have been, too, like, I can't roll my window all the way down because it's broken on that old car. So maybe, like, it was that. Like, I don't care. I just don't get the lie. That is the only thing I don't get, was why she lied about what the price is.
Yeah.
Whatever, though. I was just reminded of that from that. I don't throw a fit with things, because especially after that fucking retail.
The only time I won't, like, throw a fit, but, like, I will, like, I'm not afraid to, like, I'll send, like, to, like, send something back, or to, like, if I was given the wrong thing, I'll tell them, because I paid for, like, if I paid for it, I want what I paid for.
I'll throw a fit to get a refund. Like I did for the for Digimon, I threw a fit for that one. And even then, I was still pretty lenient, because they just gave it back to me in wallet funds, and I just wanted the whole deal. I've said that somewhere else. Anyhow, next time on Speletons, we can continue with the story, which is cool, because we got all the Orichalcum pluses. We are all set. So that's cool. I don't know how have we been recording this for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Wow, that doesn't seem right. I guess
because I didn't crash.
Probably won't happen this session, I guess. But next time on Speletons, everyone. Bye-bye.